Okay, looks like we are getting started. Turn off the echo here. So it looks like I'm getting some feedback. Alright, so I am checking all my cameras here. So hang on just a second, and I need to, oh, there I go. Alright, let me pause this. Okay, so welcome to the first live stream of 2019. I hope everybody had a good time with family and friends. Hope you got some time off out of the lab. And I hope that you had a good Christmas and all that stuff. I think my last stream was December 19th or somewhere around there. And just a quick announcement. I don't know if I'll be doing Wire Wednesday anymore. My schedule has just changed. It just gone crazy lately. So I might be doing something a little different this year, just streaming when I can, or I think I'm going to move it to Thursday. So today's Thursday. Usually Thursdays I don't have anything shipping out because most of my doctors don't work on Friday, so they don't need to receive anything on Friday. So they don't ask for anything on Friday. That means I don't have to ship out anything on Friday, which means I have a little bit more time, a little bit more flexibility in my schedule. So today is just going to be short and sweet. I've collected a few things over Christmas break for my lab that I got off of Amazon. So I'm going to review a few things, just kind of give you my opinions on them, how they work. I've been using a few for a few weeks. This one I'm reviewing today. I haven't used yet. So I'm going to be using it for the first time today. So with that being said, I'm going to record this. So in case I need to edit it later, that'd be the thing. So anyway, welcome to, I don't know what to call this, Wire Wednesday? Live streaming review? I don't know. Well, we'll figure it out. Anyway, this is my first hands-on, first review of the I'm saying that totally wrong. Pro Dental Vacuum, a thermoforming machine pretty much. So with that being said, I'm going to try my best to make this a fancy kind of live stream. So here goes the introduction for the video for the live stream review of the thermoforming machine I got off of Amazon. Okay, looks like I'm back. Let me check the audio. I am up and live. Alright, so I'm going to change my camera angle here. Let's put that there. And so what are we talking about today? Well, it's this. The AW Pro Dental Vacuum Forming Machine, 1000 watt power former heat molding tool with steel balls and lab equipment. So, why in the world did I get this? Well, at the time I didn't have a thermoforming machine, and for those of you that know, I've rebooted my lab 10 years after I've started it once, and so I didn't have all my equipment back, and so I didn't have a thermoforming machine. So this machine I saw on Amazon, and in fact I saw on Steve Zara's Dental Lab Amazon page. He had listed it on there as a thermoforming machine. So you can find it here. Go to one of his videos and click on his link below to his Amazon page, and you can look at it there. Or I have also put it in my Amazon page. So if you'll click the link below, I've got a link to it, and you can look at it for yourself. So this is a $100 vacuum forming machine, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions of it from a actual ortho lab perspective. And again, this is my first time for using it. We're going to see if it works or not. So that being said, let me, just in case y'all are in the chat, I'm going to pop out the chat and make sure I'm getting your chat. So, so this is the thermoforming machine that I got. It looked pretty good on Amazon. Like I said, I did not get I didn't get this as my main thermoforming machine. I got it more as a backup or as a temporary thermoforming machine until I can get a Biostar or Ecoform or one of those big ones that ortholabs need, because we do a lot of these. I was very lucky, and if you're curious, this is what we make right here. Our little Essex or invisible retainers. Some of you may call them Invisalign. This isn't Invisalign. Please don't sue me, Invisalign. But this is what we make. This is what I'm going to use this for, and we're going to try to do a model today. But again, one of the reasons. Oh, hello, Robert Jose. Hello. Nice to see y'all in the chat. But again, this is a thermoforming machine I got off of Amazon for $100. So we're going to see how good it is. Again, I never intended this to be my main unit. This is going to be my backup unit that and I do have a BioStar now. I have a doctor that gave me his old one. In fact, it's the same doctor I used to be an assistant for, and he taught me a lot of ortho lab stuff, and that's pretty much how I got into this business, was this doctor. And this is the actual machine that I learned on, so he's passed it back down to me, and I'll do a review of that later if y'all want to do. It's a BioStar 2 in style, or style in, or something like that. Anyway, it's an older version, but if y'all know BioStar thermoforming machine, they are bulletproof almost. So that's gonna be my main one again, but this is gonna be my backup. So this is the unit. Again, if you go to my link below, you can see I purchased this on December 14th, and it arrived on December 20th, I believe. It was a little delayed because of Christmas and stuff, but I believe I paid $107, so it's actually cheaper right now. It's $99. It's less than $100, but still, $100 for a thermoforming machine. I thought it was a great deal, so I went ahead and pulled the trigger on it. Because again, I didn't have one in my lab, and I was using Lab Friends. If you notice, I put a video on one of my live stream days that, hey, I'm gonna go help out a lab in need, and one of my friends. Don't burn bridges in this industry, because you can always get help. So my lab friends were the ones helping me make these things when I needed them to come in. And I would make 1 or 2 or 3 a month. Wasn't much, but it's starting to pick up a little bit more now. So perfect timing. I've been blessed with a BioStar. So let's continue. So this is the machine. As you see, it's pretty heavy. It's multiple pounds. I don't know if I can get you to the pound, but it's pretty good construction. It's all metal. I have been very impressed with this so far. It's got a heat switch model. Of course, this is from China, so reading through the instructions and stuff, you'll see. Oh, Frank, hello. Just want to say hello. Wish you a happy New Year. I'll watch the video tomorrow morning. Frank, good to see you. Glad you dropped in real quick. Say hi. Yeah, happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to everybody who was out, who I missed. I'm back now, so hopefully I can get these out on a regular basis. Vlad, hello from Romania. Good to see you. Rabul, Olaf from Spain. It looks like you're saying "Donde está Spain?" España. So, hello everyone. Hopefully I have the closed captioning turned on below. If not, I think there's a button you can push. It says little CC at the bottom of, maybe down there somewhere. And you can see the closed captioning. Maybe they translate them. I don't know. We'll find out. Oh, you got some serious auto. Oh, thank you. That should take care of the audio echo. Sorry about that. I can't hear my own audio unless I turn this on. Okay. Thank you. It's only when you use the camera pointing toward the thermoforming machine. Yeah. So I'm using my live stream thing, and I had it turned on for the audio on that camera. So the beauty of a live stream, everything goes, mistakes and all, and I've learned to embrace it. So thank you, Agent 61. So thank you, Agent 61. Thank you for letting me know. And anybody else, let me know if you're having issues. But this should take care of, let's see, the audio now. Okay. So here's the camera pointing toward the echo. Should be gone now. So this is the machine. It is a pretty stout machine. For us in America, I got the one that has the American plug. I think I have seen these in other countries. Again, this is from China. I've seen this on eBay, and I've seen it all over Amazon. There's different types. I think there's a tan looking one, but I got this one, which is 110 volt and 1,000 watt. So this thing is the heating element, of course, and it swings left and right. This is my favorite part. It's got a handle here. What do they call this handle? It says it on here somewhere. Elevating wrench. Fancy words, elevating wrench. And you actually push down and it raises up into heating position. And it actually has 2 levels, so you can get it right up against the heating element if you want, or if you want to heat it a little slower, pull it back down, it's 1 level lower. And then, of course, there's your suck down action. So let me switch one more camera so you can see here. We have the heat switch and we have the model switch, which they have pretty good feel. My favorite, again, is still this elevating wrench. I really like that. Looking at the back here, just you can see there's the 2 notches here for oh, can't see that very well. You can see the 2 notches here for the elevating wrench, so you can raise it and lower it. Very cool. I like how the handle's just super hot red. You know what I mean? Of course, made in China, but still, I have turned it on to make sure it worked, so I didn't have to send it back to make sure it heated, make sure the vacuum turned on, and what else came with it? Oh, it came with actually 1 sheet of square thermoforming material. So this is what I'm going to use. I have round, so I don't have any other square, so I got 1 shot at this. And then we got beads, or the steel balls. I haven't opened it yet, but it goes in this unit right here. So this is where you put the beads, and you can bury the model in here. And it actually shows you that the instructions are not that. I have smushed a spider right here. Wow. Ugh, yuck. So the operation instructions, I'm going to kind of go over this. Again, they're pretty funny because they're translated, obviously. But they're pretty good. But it shows you the steel balls go here, and you can put the model in there. Now, I'm probably not. I'll probably fill up the thing with the granules so you can see it, but I'm probably not going to use them because the model I have is pretty much already based. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So let's plug this in. I brought a extra extension cord in here because I didn't want to plug this into the same unit as my my live streaming gear. I didn't want to flip a breaker or something and then my live stream go out. Hello from New York City, Eric. Nice to see you. Hello from love from India. Samrump Gan. Is that Samrump Gan? That's cool. So anyway, let's see if I can get this working or not. So let me grab a model real quick. I'm using 3D printed models. These are models I used from my let's see if we can find a good one. These are 3D printed models. Here's a good, nice solid one. Let's use that one. There's another one. Then that one's hollow. Now what I've found out is when you use beads and you have a hollow model like this, it will actually sink down into the beads, so that's probably not good to use. So we're going to use this lower solid model. In case you're curious, these models are all from my presentation I did and you can find it in my feed below. It's called Super Spring Aligner Case Study in Analog versus Digital. So I made an analog, the same spring aligner, analog and digital, and just gave my perspective on how it works with straightening the teeth digitally versus manually, and if you can save any time or not. So this is just my extra one. So let's grab this model here. Actually, let's grab this one too. It's a few solid models. Ben Dover, please do. Oh my gosh, Ben, you got me. If that's your real name, you got me, Ben Dover. Jeez. Oh, you got me. Okay, do more of these. I'm going to activate notifications. I got 3 more coming up. I got a steamer I got on there. Again, you can see a preview of what I bought down below in my link below. But I got a hot glue gun, so I'm going to review that. I got a cool steamer and ultrasonic all combined into one. So I'm excited about that. All right, according to operating instructions, I'm going to go directly operating instructions. So I plugged in, and you need to check the status of the vacuum motor and electric heating device. Okay, so I'm going to turn on the motor first, which is this button. It says model. I don't know why, but here we go. Make sure it's clear. Make sure nothing gets sucked up into the bottom of it. And this might be kind of loud, so you might want to turn your volume down. Well, that worked, and that was loud. I didn't realize my lap was so dusty. All right, so now heating element. I'm going to swing this over to the side. I'm going to turn the heating element on. So this is a moment of truth if I flip a breaker or something. But going down the instruction here, connect the machine to power, turn upper cover 90 from left to right. So this is great because it can go either side, so depending on your setup, because you don't want anything underneath it to burn. Then put film between upper and nether frame. Look at that. It actually says nether frame, like the nether region in Minecraft. And switch knob to close frames tightly. So we have our thermoforming stuff here. I'm going to peel this off. And let's get a better view of what I'm doing here. So I'm going to lift this knob up. I'm going to place this in here. I'm going to clean this because it has collected some dust. Alright. There we go. So let me get a close-up shot of this. So this is the thing here. Does a pretty good job. I think you must be able to tighten it if you want to. But it does have a slight indentation right here. So this fits perfectly in there. So this is 5x5 sheet of plastic. So when you order plastic for this, just order the square 5x5 sheet of plastic. So we're going to give that a few more minutes to heat up. I can already feel the heat. Oh, it's cold. It feels so good under my hands. I don't know if that's turning red or not. Now, when I did first turn it on, they did warn that it was going to smoke, and they said it's just machine oil coming off of the thing. So that's the underside. That's the underside. Oh, you can see it heating up. Alright, so let's look at the models here. So we have two different types. So we got that model in there. Oh, I'm going to keep going down instructions here. Take stainless steel sheet from the machine, place product in middle of sheet, and then bury part of the product which you do not need to take shape on. Place the sheet back onto the machine. So it takes a little bit of figuring out. So I'm going to, I haven't opened this yet, obviously. Oh, it's nice. These are BBs. They can put this in my kid's BB gun. That's cool. All right, we're going to try it. We're going to do it just like it said. So it says put it in the middle, just like this. And then we're going to sprinkle. If y'all know anything about thermoforming machines or stuff, this is a nice little feature because it will block out areas you do not want to thermoform, which helps in so let me get a pencil here. So you're pretty much going to cut these here, you know, at the gum line most likely, or you can scallop it or whatever. So you don't want all this, you don't want all that, you just want this part. So as you can see, I've buried this. Well, these are really chunky beads. I'm going to lift it up just a little bit. There we go. You don't want it to move. I may regret doing this. It would probably be best if I didn't use any of the beads, because these are pretty much thin enough. You can almost just do it straight onto the unit here. This is what I'm showing. So you could pour all these beads out and just do it flat on the page. Now what bothers me is how much this will dig in right here. It'll get sucked down past here, but I think this will work for what we're trying to show. Good old BBs. Alright, so I think I got that where I want it. Actually, let's show the front here. Alright, so I'm testing this. There we go. Yeah, I'm just making sure it doesn't wobble. Now, if it was stone and it wobbled, you'd have a chance of cracking it. But this isn't stone. It's 3D printed from a Form 2 printer with gray resin. Alright, I really feel like this is almost ready. So let's continue down the instructions here. Alright, turn upper cover back, push down the elevating wrench to elevate the framework to working position. There is a position holder on the principal axis. So it's this thing back here is the principal axis. So I'm going to use the second one. Let's just take our time heating this thing. Switch the heating device on, press heat to heat the film. Switch off. So here's the tricky part. Switch off heating device about 2 to 3 minutes later when the lower surface of the film is under neither frame about 2 centimeters. The film will sag after heating. To the deeper depression maintained will be more thin. So the more it sags here, so the more it sags down here, the more thin the material. So we're looking like 2 centimeters underneath here, which would be about right here. About 2 centimeters. That's what we're going to look for. Alright, it looks like we need to take the heat, turn off the heat, and then turn on the model, looking at our instructions. Switch the elevating, switch off vacuum, let's see, okay. Switch off the heating device about 2 to 3 minutes later. when the lower surface film is under the nether frame, about 2 centimeters. The film will sag after heating. The deeper the depression maintained will be more thin. This is translation's hilarious. Switch the elevating wrench to set down the frame and turn on the vacuum. Press the model button, which is this one. So let me get a preview going here of maybe a side-by-side so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay. This device is a joke to $100. I had a similar one. The doctor said that if the patient sneezed, he would kick his mouth out of his mouth. Now I have a BioStar best of the best. Yes, Vlad, that's a good point. I'm glad you have a review of this machine. Again, I haven't used it yet. So we're going to see how deep this thing goes. So let's go ahead and start heating it and watch the heating action. Doesn't look like it's going to take long. You're looking for that 2 centimeter sag to know when it's ready. Oh, it's getting bubbly. That's bad. All right, here we go. Heat off. Model on. Okay, I'm going to turn the model off, the motor off. Okay. So. Looks decent. Let me get it off of here. It's a little warm. I'm going to let it sit just for a second. Now, if you noticed, it bubbled on us. There's tiny little bubbles. Now, that could be from a bunch of different things. Just the quality of the material. It could be I had the material in my garage for a few weeks, so it could have absorbed some moisture. That's usually the main culprit of bubbles. Is you need to properly dry these items. Or else it's going to bubble. But yeah, Vlad, good point about these being a joke. This should not be if you're an official dental lab, this should not be your main go-to device. It should be a backup one. And you should have plenty of these materials, because I would have to redo this. I couldn't send this to the patient because it's got too many bubbles in it. But I'm really impressed with it. Didn't fold. The material didn't fold on me, which usually happens with these top-down suction. The material will fold. But it got decent adaptation. So if you want, I can cut this out real quick and we can check and see the adaptation of it. So let's undo this. Y'all look at this. The heat warning sticker, I'm trying not to touch this, came off because of the heat. That's awesome. Caution, don't touch because it's hot, but this thing can't handle the heat. Okay. Lift this up. Pull this out. Oh, let me go down the instructions. Switch the vacuum motor off after forming. Take the film out when it cools, and then use scissors to cut the spare margins. And then that's it. That's the instructions. So now there's some notices here. So as this continues to cool, let me read these notices. When the machine starts to heat, a little smoke may be created. That's because the machine oil covered on the heating device Do not touch the upper cover directly. Duh. When the machine is heating, it's hot. I can feel the heat coming off of this. In order to prevent abnormal forming, please turn off heating device before you turn the model switch. So that's why I did the turn off the heat, drop the handle, and then turn on the motor. Please place vacuum forming machine on even position to prevent uneven film making. Please keep the working environment clean and tidy. This equipment is a mandatory absorb. This equipment is a mandatory absorb. I have no idea what that means. I think it means they'll suck up some stuff. Ensure that bottom keeps away from dirt and ventilation equipment. Dirt entering the internal equipment will cause the machine to work abnormally. Please turn off machine. Well, finish forming. If you need to do forming repeatedly, please stop the machine for a while every 10 minutes to avoid overheating. So, all right. We have our machine. I'm going to knock this. As many beads, BBs, I'm going to call them BBs. Anybody who ever did BB guns will notice these. All right. Woo. All over the place. Hey, you know what? There's another film on here. Maybe I'm good. Maybe that's what bubbled. I didn't realize there was a film on here. Usually there's two blue sides to what I'm used to. I didn't realize there was another film on here. So we'll see. All right, let me move some cameras around. All right, I'm going to move some cameras around, and I will get right back to you. I can cut this out pretty quick. So, oh, everything's dirty in here. Alright, sorry guys. Trying to get a good camera angle in here. Alright, so here we go. So let's cut this out. Let's see how the fit is. I got my scissors here, like it said. Again, I have no idea what this material is. It looks just like the stuff you get from Raintree Essex or Dent Supply or Proform. It could be the same exact stuff. Who knows? I wasn't about to use this on someone's mouth, on a patient's mouth, unless I get it from an official supply store. So this thing is still warm. I probably shouldn't be doing this, but again, it's not going on a patient. And I got my wheel saw here. I just got this from JBC and Company. You can order it there. For cutting this. Oh. Let me turn on some suction. Here we go. Alright, so let's cut this out. Like I said, I like to go along the gum lines. Just kind of straight across. To me, that's the strongest Essex. I'm really curious when I peel this film off if it's the film that bubbled up or the actual plastic. Go. Ah, beads. Are they magnetized? Oh, good. I can pick them up with a magnet. I got a little parts thing I got from an auto parts store that when you lose your screw down in the middle of your engine. So I got this to help pick up pieces. Alright, let's cut this. Alright, let's see if I can get this off. Oh, that came off. And let's peel this film off. If I didn't melt it onto it. What would have been perfect is if this film was on the inside. Now, Forcedent sells a track A, and it's got this same film, but you heat it up with it on the inside, and that's what it. You can use as much wax as you want. It's super clean when you peel it off on the inside. Still not as much as a tight adaptation. These are 3M Scotch-Brite adhesive brushes or things. I got it from JBC and Company also. You can find it in their finishing supplies section. And this is a medium coarse Scotch-Brite. That's what I like to use for thermoforming. It really smooths the edges. And you really need them smooth because you don't want them poking the patient. So here is the fine setting on that. It's this maroon color. So then I just kind of go over it. There we go. I'm gonna hot shine it real quick. I usually pumice these, but I'm not going to do this one because I just don't want to get dirty right now. Okay, I'm back. I have this done. Oh, the smell in here is terrible from that thing. Definitely need ventilation. Yep, there's still bubbles in it. So again, that might be my fault because I left out the plastic in my garage. It could have sucked up moisture or something like that. Yosef, hey dude, I've subbed you. Really interesting vid. Would you mind subbing to? Yeah, I'll find you afterwards. I can't click on you right now, but yeah, I'll find you. Yosef 015. Yep. So let's look at this. Oh, where's my little stand here? Okay. Again, live stream, you get to see everything, even things you didn't want to see. So I've got this up. Let's get a nice close-up shot of it. Okay, so as you can see, we did get some porosity in there, and again, I don't think it's the machine. It could be a couple of things. I heated it too fast, and or it had a moisture, and it needed to be dried out. I don't know where that. Again, it came with the unit. It could have been sitting in their warehouse for a year before it came to me. So, anyway, let's see. Well, that's not too bad. Might take more than a sneeze. I think it adapted decently well. Yeah, I'm not bad. Not bad at all. Well, cool. I'm impressed with it. This is going to make a great backup machine. Um, Again, it's very compact. I can sit it in the corner of my BioStar, and I don't have to worry about you know using it for anything. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Let's compare it to. I don't have this cut out yet. This is a one that I did from the BioStar, so you can see it's nice and smooth, and should be a pretty good adaptation if you compare it with this. Yeah. It'd be nice if I could do the same model. That'd be interesting. But again, this unit is nice and compact. Be good for if my BioStar goes down for some reason or something like that. And you know, JBC is a phone call away for me to order square sheets of plastic. So with that being said, I think we're going to end it there in case anybody. Soliad Pereira, love your work. Thanks for sharing. Oh, you're welcome, man. Or lady. Okay, so that being said, thank you for watching. If you want, like some of the chat today said, if they're going to subscribe and do notifications. Again, I got 2 more coming up next week, probably, maybe this weekend. But a hot glue gun I use for my 3D printed models. I'm going to show how I use those. And then also a little jeweler steamer you can get for small ortho labs, not big ones. For sure, these reviews are not for official lab products, which are very oops, sorry, I have something's weird. Oh, that's one. Okay, so that being said, be sure to subscribe, do notifications. Again, this unit here, you can find it in my Amazon page, and the link is down below this video, so you can click on it, look at it if you want to get a backup. Or if you don't do very many, like I started out this year, not doing very many thermoformed appliances like this, it's great. That way I don't have to bug my lab friends, hey, can you do this for me? Can you do that? And be sure and get a lot of material, because you may have some errors, but so far I think it did great. I think it's going to take a lot more than a sneeze to get this out of this mouth. Again, it all depends on how you cut it too. But until then, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one next week. And until then, I'm going to play the outro because I'm fancy like that. So see y'all later, and happy bending.